It is my distinct honor to bring up to the dais today a gentleman who's seen what some places in the world will go through to achieve the kind of freedom that some people in our country at best take for granted and at worst scoff at as triviality. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to bring to you at the Jefferson Area Tea Party, Secretary of State Lawrence Eagleburger.
Thank you. Please sit down before I fall down. Do you people have any idea what you're doing here today?
Yes.
I have lived in countries where you would be shot, beaten up, put in jail, any of a number of things for doing what you're doing today. And if that doesn't separate the United States of America from the rest of the world, I don't know what does.
Amen.
The tragedy of this is that there aren't more of you out there. That's what has to be done. Now we have to get more people who understand what's going on in this country right now, where our liberties are being slowly eaten away. They're being eaten away by increased taxes, amongst other things. And when we're through, if this goes on without objection, we will be not the free country that we are today, but we'll be somewhere in the middle where everybody is dominated by a few politicians. And I might say, speaking of politicians, if it's true that some of the people around Charlottesville here have been difficult in trying to find a permit for this thing, they ought to be singled out as some of those that need to be removed and passed. Every time you see somebody in office who is unwilling to let you have your freedoms, unwilling to listen to you, and unwilling to change when you have a good argument, that he ought to be removed as well. This flag over to the left here, "Don't tread on me," that ought to be our motto, shouldn't it?
Yes.
Seems to me that that's the way we will pass on to everybody that listens to us, that we mean business. And it's about time that they understood that we mean business. And that begins, by the way, on the issue of taxation. And if it goes the way it now looks like it's going in the Congress, you will all be paying more out of your pockets. I don't care what they say. If they say they're going to shift the responsibility of taxation to the rich and take it away from the poor or the middle class, I'm telling you, that's not the way it works. Once they start to increase taxes, it doesn't stop. No matter who you are or where you are, you're going to increase the taxes. And at the same time, you're going to put a group of people together who don't pay any taxes at all, and that's just as sick as anything I can think of. It ought to be the responsibility of an American citizen to be willing to pay his fair share. And that's what's not happening now. Let me say just once again, and then I'm going to shut up, but let me just say one more time. I've spent a great deal of my lifetime living in countries where what you're doing today would never be thought of. And it wouldn't be thought of, but I take it back. They might think about it, but they would know they didn't dare do it. And I say, as I said before, I've seen people put in jail for this. I've seen people shot for this, and most important of all, I've seen these gangsters come down and beat the hell out of people in any number of places simply because they were trying to exercise their right to free speech. And let me say to you now, that as things progress, as they are in the country right now, sooner or later, it'll take some time, but sooner or later, if the American people don't react and say enough, they will slowly eat away these freedoms that have been so important to us all. It won't be immediate. That's why it's going to be more dangerous, because it's going to sneak up on you. And what that means is you have eternal vigilance is the price of liberty. I think somebody said that. I don't remember who. But the point is, that is important. You've got to watch what they're doing, these politicians. And you've got to make sure that what they're doing is in your benefit and not theirs. And if you can find one who'll do that, a politician who is square like that, hang on to him, because it doesn't happen very often. Thank you very much. I told Mr. Adams here, I'm going to find out where he got that suit.
Thank you, Secretary Eagleburger.